Hello people there, this is TheRubyRevolution. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the new power dev server for War Thunder. The dev server has literally just opened, which means all exciting new vehicles coming with this update we can now try out for ourselves. In this video is going to be a quick overview of all the tanks coming with this update. That is really awesome. I'm getting distracted, and I'm going to be doing a quick overview of all the new tanks which are on the dev server right now, but there was a couple missing. The T90 is not on the dev server. I just had a quick look and it doesn't appear to be on here, which is a little bit of a shame. But anyway, standard rules apply with this. We're going to work in left to right with every single nation, just going through them all, and I'll talk a little bit about each one. Haven't looked at most of them yet in terms of the stats or anything, so this is going to be off my top of my head in terms of my opinions of things. Starting off with the M1128 Striker, which I've been really looking forward to. This is an absolutely just amazing looking vehicle. I'm pretty sure that this is an autoloader on this with a 6.7 second reload. Yes, it is an automatic loader. Basically, it's going to be a very similar to something like the Centuro, but it's got quite a high frame in terms of the height of it. Shells in it, it pretty much fires all APFS DS. That's a very high penning shell for 9.0. That is a very high penning shell. It has thermals on it, laser rangefinder, and Warner and smoke grenades as well. That is a really good penning shell for 9.0 with a 6.7 second reload. I'm expecting this to be pretty good. I can take these out for a test drive very quickly. I'm not going to test drive all the vehicles, but I will test drive a lot of the main ones. Very nice. Stabilized. A little bit odd with the FPS. This vehicle feels a little sluggish though. Oh, my FPS is really tanking. Hopefully that's improved until the live server. There we go. Finally got it down. It's definitely not the fastest in acceleration, but it does have a lot of like heat protection around it, which at 9.0 is not to be laughed at. I'm aiming really badly here, but you can get the general gist of what this vehicle is going to be like. Anyway, on to the next vehicle. Okay, so Germany getting a few new vehicles with this update, at least on the dev server. The Leopard 2A6 they've already shown off on the live stream for this, which is just absolutely amazing. This has the longer gun barrel, as you can quite clearly see here, with the L55 cannon. This is going to fire extremely powerful shell, 634 millimeters of penetration. Absolutely phenomenal in terms of pen, but it does appear to still be firing stock heat FS. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting stock grind in this. Pretty much everything else in this is going to be similar to the Leopard 205. It's got thermal sights, laser rangefinders, artillery support. So it's mostly the upgrade to the cannon on this. I'm not really going to take this out on the test drive because we already know how this vehicle really performs. That is a Bagel Panzer 57 driving past. This new hangar, by the way, really is absolutely amazing. Good to sit here for quite a while just looking around. But we must move on. They're also getting this as well. This is the Leopard 1A5. New Leopard 1. Pretty sure this just has a extra heater protection around the turret. And I probably guess it's going to have... Yes, it's going to have thermal sights on it, just like the L44. Stock heat FS. And it has the 408mm penning DM33. This is going to be a nice 9.0 vehicle. And it's already a really strong lineup for Germany at this BR, so that's pretty nice. Definitely going to be grinding this one, I think, to go into my German lineup. They're also getting the Santiago, which they've done a dev blog on this. So this is Euro Truck Simulator. Absolutely ginormous vehicle. This has a very long range VT1 missiles with 12-kilometer range and extremely fast missiles as well. I think it's like 3.5 Mach or something like that. So this is going to be one of those vehicles which is going to be very easy to kill, but it's going to dominate the anti-air if you sit at the back with it, and it's going to be pretty interesting to take this out. Unfortunately, I'm quite a way off getting this, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's another anti-air for Germany at top tier. Next on the list is Russia. Now, like I said, the T90 is not on the dev server, which is a real shame because that's one of the vehicles which is everybody wants to know about right now. But they do have the premium T72 AV, so we can have a look at this one. I'm expecting this to be very similar to like the T70B, although this is a variant of it with loads of heat protection strapped onto it. In terms of the modifications on this, this is going to be firing. Oh, that has lots of heat APFSDS type shells. Okay, so it's got low penning ones, that's the 441, and it's also got the 4251. Yeah, so this one has the slightly better muzzle velocity as well. Pretty good pen for 9.7, a little bit less than some of the others, but that's perfectly fine. The main thing which is different to this premium one compared to the Tech Tree ones is the thermal sights, which will be very nice for Russia 9.7, and this is going to slot really well into a Russia 9.7 lineup if you already have Russia at top tier. We'll take this out for a test drive very quickly. I'm not going to bother with their changing the shell types. I expect this to perform very similar to the other T72s in terms of performance. It's probably going to have... Ooh, there we go. Oh, we're firing the heat FS. We don't want that. Let's load the APFSDS. Yeah, it's very similar to the other T72s and expected to have the all 4 reverse speed. It does a -4. My FPS, by the way, is absolutely tanking on this Dago engine update. I'm hoping that it improves for their live release. Otherwise, Rubles might have to get a new graphics card, and I really don't want to do that. Anyway, that's the T72. I am going to be doing a dedicated video on this once this comes to the live server. Anyway, moving on to the next nation. Britain on the dev server has one new vehicle, which they've also done a dev server, dev blog on. Sorry, this is the Vickers VMC VF5M. Quite a nice vehicle. I might take this out for a test drive in a bit. Quite a small vehicle, definitely ugly looking, for sure. X-ray on it, no composite, very light armor, absolutely nothing. But it does have the 105mm. 408mm of pen at 9.3, which is pretty good. Does it have thermal sights on it? It actually doesn't have any types of NVDs or thermals on it, unless I'm missing it. No, it doesn't look like it does at all. So, definitely lacking thermals this one, which is a little bit of a shame. We'll take it out for a quick dress drive. I'm expecting this to have a very fast acceleration. Look at that, 19.8 tons with a 868 horsepower engine at stock. Let's take this out for a test drive. Okay, here we go. How much acceleration did this have? Ooh, it doesn't appear to have any scope. Zoom. Unless it hasn't been put in yet. Although it is very well zoomed in by default. Yeah, this is pretty nippy, although it does seem to only really have a top speed of 44 kilometers an hour. I didn't see what the reload was on this. Seems to be around 7 seconds. God, I hate HFS at this sort of PR. Hopefully with the next one we might kill him. Maybe now? Yay, there we go. Nice vehicle. Doesn't really slot that well into a British lineup, but still, another nice vehicle. I'll still be grinding it anyway. Now on the dev server there is one new vehicle for Japan. It's another Type 74, the Type 74F with an 8.7 BATF rating. Pretty much expect this to be very similar to the other ones in game. Does this have thermal sights on it? It does not, so it's basically just like any other Type 74 in the game. Does it have a 405mm pen and gen? It does. That's quite nice. That's going to be quite good to go into another Japan 8.7 lineup to 9.0 if you have the premium Type 74 as well, which is quite a strong lineup really with Japan now with the Type 74s with the Type 89 as well. So that is a new vehicle for Japan. I don't think there's any other ones, unless I've missed any. Nope, I have not. China is getting the PTZ 89, which is going after the CM 25. Looks kind of similar sort of style to, like, say, the Object 120. I'm pretty sure this does not have a stabilizer, at least in real life. 5-second reload though, that's very quick with a 120mm cannon. This fires that's a pretty beefy shell for the battle rating. 443mm of penetration. This is going to be a very good tank destroyer, but you're going to have to camp with it, I think, to get the most out of it. Look at the hull armor and turret armor though. This has got absolutely nothing on it. 22mm and 10mm. Yeah, this is going to get penned very, very easily. But you never know. No armor is definitely best armor. So who knows with this. Unfortunately, can't take this out because they're not far enough down the tech tree with China yet. Moving on next to Italy. Italy's getting quite a few new vehicles with this update. And not just carbon copies of, say, the Shermans. The first one is this one. They showed this off on the live stream a couple of days ago. It's basically like a squashed Crusader, British Crusader tank with a 47mm on it. Looks pretty cool, to be honest. The armor on this looks pretty good. I think it's like 2 plates, so it has the 50mm and then underneath it has a 35mm, which is pretty good. So it's going to be quite good especially if you angle it on this tank. Let's have a look at the shells. Okay, 69mm penetration. That's pretty good. 2.3. That's going to be quite good. Let's take this out for a quick test drive to see how it gets on. I'm probably going to buy this, to be honest. It's only 700 golden eagles. And I do like my Italian vehicles. Oh, look at this thing. The Italian tanks are always like so squashed and so small. Oh, people just can't fire on the move. It's pretty quick though. 32-ish kilometers seems to be top speed. The gun definitely works. Quite a nice little low tier premium for Italy. I think the most beneficial for this will be bouncing a lot of things in it from the front. Anyway, moving on to the other vehicle for Italy, and it is actually a carbon copy, I think, of the Leopard Leopard 1A5, which Germany is getting. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it looks pretty much exactly the same. I'm guessing this is going to have the same penetration. Yep, 408mm, and it does have the thermal sights as well, which is very nice for Italy at this BR, because this will slot in very nicely with the OF40 and also the Centro Remora as well. So this is going to be quite a good vehicle to slot into the Italy lineup at a 9.0. So I definitely probably will grind this, but I'm probably going to grind out some other vehicles first. Moving on, second to last, to France. France is getting 2 new vehicles, or at least 2 vehicles on this dev server. We'll start off with the low tier one first. So this is the Lorraine 37L. It's basically just a self-propelled anti-tank gun. 47mm on this. Basically, yeah, no armor. Oh my god, that is really bad. Okay, but I think probably going to have, like a lot of other vehicles, no armor's best armor. 94mm of penetration though at 1.3. That is very high. 3.9 second reload as well. Probably be a good little tank destroyer. We'll give it a little bit of a test drive. Look at this, look. Very exposed crew. Aircraft that could be the biggest menace for this. I didn't know absolutely nothing. Let's fire at their Panzer II. There we go. Quite a lot of wobble when you fire the gun. Yeah, the suspension is quite bad on this. But it's only 1.3. So really I'm not expecting too much. Nice little vehicle though. definitely quite good if you probably cover it in bushes and then camp with it. The next vehicle which French is getting is a top tier vehicle, which is good because French is very much lacking top tier vehicles in the War Thunder, and it's another Leclerc. It's a Leclerc S2, which I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same as the other one we have. 6-second reload, yeah, -8 vertical guidance. I'm guessing this is going to have heat of stock, and it does, but it's not going to have the 575mm penning APF SDS. So yep, another Leclerc for France, which is really good because the most annoying thing with France for playing them at top tier is once you die in the Leclerc, there's just nothing else really at that BR you can play it with except like the AMX 40, and that's a 9.7 vehicle. So this is good if you play a top tier France and you'll be able to grind out another Leclerc to go into your lineup. Lastly, Sweden are getting one new vehicle with this update, and it's another SGRV 122. This one fires exactly the same penning shell as the other one, 481mm of penetration, standard everything else, thermals, artillery support, laser rangefinders, ghost smoke grenades, everything you won't know and love. The main difference though with this one is it has this update here, which is a optics sight. I'm pretty sure this is probably like a commander thermals or something like that. Very interesting with how it works, but I'm not entirely sure with this model of the STRV-122. And I'm sure somebody in the comments below will be able to tell me what exactly that is. But anyway, that is it for a quick overview of the new vehicles on this dev server. Like I said, there is some missing, and there might be some other ones coming on a second dev server, so don't take this as a concrete. This is going to be all the vehicles coming with this update. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what vehicles you're looking forward to with this new power update. Like I said, we're going to be looking at the aircraft and some of the other vehicles in different videos, but I just wanted to do the tank one first. So stick around, and hopefully later on I'll have some of the other videos looking at some of the other vehicles as well. But anyway, until the next one, please like, comment, share, all that good stuff, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one sometime soon. Bye!